Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick recording going over the Amazon's bundling requirements and guidelines. The link for this I'll include in a PDF that this video is going to be attached to. Um, and it's just a link that Amazon has where they have their basic bundling guidelines. So I know there can be a lot of confusion, so I thought we'd just go over them really quick. Basically, actually, let's just start going through and I'll throw in my 2 cents here and there, and hopefully that will add some value for you and clear some things up. Number one, it says under their general bundle policy that you may not list bundled products where the primary product in the bundle is from the video game category or is a book, music, video, or a DVD product. This is something that we've talked about before because I've talked about including books with a bundle. You can include these items with a bundle, but they cannot be your primary product. Okay, your primary product needs to be something other than a video game, book, music, video, or a DVD. You may include those items as a secondary product in a bundle if they are related and complementary to the primary product. And they use a great example here of selling a yoga mat, and that would be your primary product, and bundling that with a yoga DVD and a yoga book. Third, they said, and this is obvious, the referral fees for the primary products category are what's going to apply to the entire bundle, and all of the products that are in the bundle have to comply with Amazon's product listing policies. That's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, what that means, though, is that you cannot, if you're not gated or if you're restricted in a certain category or with a certain brand, you cannot include that in your bundle. Those guidelines still apply. Bundle images, features, and descriptions must also adhere to Amazon's listing policies. And then failure to adhere to the bundle policy, including the following detailed bundle guidelines that we're going to go over in a minute, can result in the removal without notice of any bundled product listing, account suspension, or both. So it's really important, guys, that you be aware of what Amazon is saying regarding their bundling policy. This is current as of today, October 31st, 2017, but it's your responsibility as a seller to make sure that you are aware of any changes and whatnot. And we will do our best to communicate anything we are aware of that changes in the Facebook community, but want to make sure that you understand that this falls on your shoulders. I also wanted to say something really quick before getting into the guidelines, the detailed guidelines, is these are guidelines for a bundle. So if your item, it doesn't necessarily mean, if your item doesn't meet this criteria that we're going to go over, it doesn't mean that you cannot list it. It just means that you cannot list it as a bundle. That'll make more sense as we go through, and I'll bring that up again, but I wanted to be clear on that. Let's see here. So let's go through detailed bundled guidelines. So bundles must consist of items that are highly complementary. This means items in the bundle that enable or enhance the use of the other items in the bundle or provide convenience to the buyer by purchasing them together. Here's the deal. Amazon wants well-designed bundles. They want to meet the needs of their customers. And the customers that are shopping for bundles are convenience shoppers. They're not price shoppers. So that means they are looking to buy items based on convenience. Use that information when you're figuring out what should be included in your bundle. Those are the types of bundles Amazon likes. They want their customers to be happy. And so they want to include bundles that meet that need of convenience. But they need to be complementary, highly complementary, not random items thrown together. Number two, bundles consist of multiple single items that can each be identified by a unique ASIN UPC and are sold together as a single offering. A prepackaged kit or a pack with multiple items that is identified by a single ASIN or UPC is not considered a bundle. This is key, okay? So here's the deal. If you have, let's say you have a book on tying knots, different ways to tie different kinds of knots, and you have a rope that you want to include with the book. Instead, that would not be considered a bundle. What you would do is put that in a box, and that would be considered a prepackaged kit. And each of those items would not need to have their own UPC associated with them. They would, as a set, they would be considered one item, and it would be like a knot tying kit. Okay, another example of that would be like, we talked about this at the PPL Live conference in LA a couple weeks ago. If you had a set of various adult coloring books and you wanted to include coloring pencils with that, then you would make that a prepackaged kit. It would be considered one single item, not a bundle. Trying to think of one more example. Let's say you have a book about crafting and different kinds of crafts, and you wanted to include various crafting supplies that would help you create the crafts that are in the book. You could put those together. It would not be considered a bundle as far as Amazon is concerned. It would be considered a single item, a kit or a pack. All right. And that's really important to remember. It doesn't mean you cannot list items like a book and a rope or a book and pencils. It means that they would need to be packaged as a pack or a kit. All right. Number 3, a bundle may be listed in a single category only. A bundle may be listed in a single category only, even if the products comprising the bundle are from multiple categories. If a bundle includes products from multiple categories, it may be listed only in the category of the highest priced item in the bundle. So it's looking at the highest priced item, okay, and that is where you would list your bundle. The exception to this is if the highest priced item is a book, movie, video, or DVD or video game. Okay, and the reason is because bundles are not allowed in those categories. So if that's the case and the highest priced item in your bundle is a book, movie, video, DVD, or video game, then your bundle should be listed in the category with the second highest priced item in it that is not a book, music, video, DVD, or video game. Okay? Next, it says the bundle must have its own standard product identifier or manufacturer part number. The identifier of any individual product in the bundle may not serve as the identifier for the bundle. Using a UPC from any single product in that bundle to identify the entire bundle may lead to immediate removal of the listing, and you are responsible for obtaining a UPC for each bundle you create. So basically, your entire bundle needs to have its own UPC associated with it. That's all that's saying. You have to have an identifier. You cannot use any of the UPCs of the items that are in the bundle. The bundle itself has to have its own. And you're responsible for buying that. Okay, next one. Do not include generic products in a bundle, as it may mislead customers into thinking the generic product belongs to the same brand as one of the branded products in the bundle. Here's the deal. This right here is the key. Mislead customers. They don't want to mislead their customers. They don't want to cause customer confusion. And what they're saying that is if you have a bundle and you include items that have a brand associated to them, now these are not name brands or product or brand-driven products. These are any item with a brand. They don't want any item that has a brand with an item that does not have any type of brand associated with it. All right? So this does not mean, when I think of generic items, I'm thinking of items like a set of wooden spoons, okay, for baking or something. So if I have a set of wooden spoons, as long as they are identified with a brand, and it can be my own brand, it could be a KitchenAid brand, it could be any brand. It doesn't have to be name brand or a brand that is a product brand that is popular. It can be any brand. That then makes it not generic according to Amazon. All right? So they're saying everything in the bundle has to have a brand associated with it to avoid customer confusion. If an item is a multi-pack, such as 6 pairs of socks, you list it as a single product, not as a bundle. So this is, again, it doesn't mean you cannot list items that are all the same. So if you have 6 pairs of socks and they're all the same sock, it's not saying you can't list this on Amazon. It's saying you cannot list this as a bundle. 6 pairs of socks would be listed as a multi-pack. And then there's another set of guidelines for that you can look up. All right, next one. If an item is a variation of a parent product, listed as a variation within the parent product's family and not as a bundle. So here's a variation. So let's say you have socks, but they're all a little bit different, and you want to include them in a bundle. What I would do is include something else that is a bit unique, so that there's no confusion with this particular part of the guidelines. If you have one variation of a parent product, they're basically saying that you need to list your items. If you have different colors of socks, they need to be listed as variations in a parent-child variation relationship rather than in a single listing. So, or separate listings. So what I would do if you had a variety of socks, I would probably include something like a sock organizer or something to set it apart a little bit more, and not just have it be a variation of another product. If you match your bundle to an existing bundle listing, the products in your bundle must be exactly the same as the products in the existing bundle in every respect. If your bundle is different in any way, you must create a new bundle listing. You may not change the existing listing to align to the specifications of your new bundle. This is great because what this actually does is it protects you as a seller. So if you have a bundle, no other sellers can get onto that bundle, onto that listing, unless they have the exact same products in every respect. So if another seller comes onto your listing and their bundle is not identical, you can go to Seller Central and they'll deal with that. The bundle has to be identical. But also, another seller cannot come onto your bundle listing and change the specifications to align to their own bundle. Okay? So this really protects you as a seller, but keep that in mind as you are listing. If you're trying to list under a bundle that's already existing from another seller, or even your own, from another seller, then you want to make sure that the products are exactly the same and identical in every respect. All right. Next one. Once you create a bundle, you may not modify the components of that bundle. If you want to add or remove products from the bundle, you must create a new bundle listing with a unique UPC, or match to an existing bundle listing that is identical to your revised bundle. Okay, so you can't change or alternate, modify the components of the bundle once you have it set up. All right, bundle warranties and returns. If you list a product bundle, you have to accept the entire bundle as a returned and a refund as a single unit. And a bundle cannot contain any separate warranty products or extended service plans. Okay. There's a lot of question about how to do your bundle titles, and this is pretty clear. So let's just go over it really quick. Number one, bundle title length should align to title length rules in Amazon's listing policy. And right now, the maximum is 200 characters, including spaces in all US categories. You need to include the word bundle and the number of items in the bundle product title. For example, they say, and this is just their example, bundle - 3 items, tote bag, knit scarf, and gloves - blue. Now, we know with keywords that might not be the order that we want to put this information in our title. But all Amazon is saying is that you have to include the word bundle, and you need to include the number of items. There is a little bit more that they go into, but they do not say what order it needs to be in. So if the bundle includes only a few items, and again, this is a little bit subjective. What is a few? Okay. So if a bundle only includes a few items, then you're going to list those items in the title. So for example, again, this is just an example, main product title plus bundle with, and then other components that are in the bundle that you can include. And they give another example. But then they say if the bundle includes many items, you list the primary and the secondary items in the title along with the total number of items in the bundle. So what you need to do is you list your primary item, and then what I would do is look at the secondary items and see what gives me the best keywords that I want to include in my title, and then include the total number of items in the bundle, and then everything else will be included in the bullet points in the description. So let's just read this again. If the bundle includes many items, list the primary and secondary items in the title along with the total number of items in the bundle. In these cases, the entire bundle component information must be listed in the bullet points within the bundle details. All right, finally, bundle product details and images. So feature bullet, your feature bullet 1 in the detail page for your bundle has to state that the product is a bundle of X number of items, and it has to identify the products in the bundle. So that is on your first bullet in the bullets. And then in your description, you also need to say you have to state that the product is a bundle and must also identify the products in the bundle. So you there in your description would need to say every single item that's in it, and a little bit more detail. Okay, so really you're hitting it in the bullets and in the description. They're trying to leave room for no customer confusion. And then as far as your images go, your main image, your hero image, needs to be a picture on a white background of the entire bundle. And all of the items that are included in the bundle must be in the image, and it cannot include anything that is not included in the bundle. Okay, so only what is in your bundle on a white background, that needs to be in your very first hero image. And then you can have additional images of each item individually. But your first image has to be exactly your bundle as you are selling it. Okay, images of representative or similar items, products are not permitted. They has to be of your particular item. All right, so that is it. This works really well with our bundling basics checklist that we, or short, quick tips that we put together. Hope this helps you guys. Thanks. Bye.